Hello everyone, welcome to edupediaworld.com. This is your video lecturer Vomika Soni, and in the current video lecture I will discuss about photosynthesis. All animals, including human beings, depend on plants for their food. Have you ever wondered from where plants get their food? Green plants, in fact, have to make or rather synthesize the food they need, and all other organisms depend on them for their needs. Green plants carry out photosynthesis, a physiochemical process by which they use light energy to drive the synthesis of organic compounds. Photosynthesis means with the help of light. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. Ultimately, all living forms on earth depend on sunlight for energy. The use of energy from sunlight by plants doing photosynthesis is the basis of life on earth. Photosynthesis is important due to two reasons. It is primary source of all food on earth. It is responsible for the release of oxygen into the atmosphere. Think what would happen if there is no oxygen to breathe. This chapter focuses on the structure of photosynthetic machinery and various reactions that transform light energy into chemical energy. Well, before describing about photosynthesis, I will give a brief description about autotrophs and heterotrophs. Most plants can prepare their food from inorganic substances. Plants are therefore called autotrophs. Auto means self and trophs means food. They make their food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals depend on plants directly or indirectly for food and hence are called heterotrophs. The mode of nutrition exhibited by plant is called autotrophic and the mode of nutrition exhibited by animals is called heterotrophic. Autotrophs can be further classified as photoautotrophs. Green plants which can make their own food by photosynthesis are called photoautotrophs, and chemoautotrophs are those organisms which can produce food by using energy from chemical reaction are the chemoautotrophs. Now I will start with the process of photosynthesis. See, photosynthesis is the process by which living organisms, particularly plants, capture solar energy and use it to convert carbon dioxide into simple sugars. Photosynthesis can also be defined as the process by which green plants manufacture carbohydrates from the atmospheric carbon dioxide and water from the soil in the presence of sunlight. See, photosynthesis is summarized in these equations. This is the word equation. Carbon dioxide with water in the presence of light and chlorophyll is converted into glucose and oxygen. And here you can see the symbol equation in which 6 molecules of carbon dioxide with 6 molecules of water in the presence of light and chlorophyll is converted into glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. Oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis. Chloroplasts are the sites of photosynthesis. They are green plastids containing the pigment chlorophyll. 1 square millimeter of leaf surface may contain more than 5 lakh chloroplasts. They are present in abundance in mesophyll cells. Other structures present in chloroplasts are, you can see in this image, this chloroplast is containing the outer membrane and this is the inner membrane of chloroplast. Here is the stroma lamellae and this is grana. This is stroma where dark reaction occurs. These are ribosomes. This is starch granule and this is the lipid droplet. Chlorophyll is the green photosynthetic pigment found in plants. Chlorophyll is the mixture of 4 different pigments, namely chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and xanthophyll. See, here you can see the structure of chlorophyll, where it consists of a porphyrin ring, which is the light absorbing head of the molecule, and it comprises of a hydrocarbon chain which is made up of H atoms that are not shown here in the image. See, chlorophyll traps the solar energy at a particular wavelength. Light is believed to be a stream of tiny particles called photons. We all know that. When a chlorophyll molecules absorb a photon of light, it gets excited and thus initiates the process of photosynthesis. In this topic, we will discuss about the role of stomatal opening for letting in carbon dioxide. Main function of stomata is to let in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for photosynthesis. In darkness, stomata tend to close their openings so that the water loss is minimized from the leaves through transpiration. In light, they reopen to allow carbon dioxide to diffuse in. Transpiration occurs side by side with photosynthesis. Each stoma is broadened by 2 guard cells. They have a thick inner cell wall facing the opening and a thin outer wall on the opposite side. It is the turgidity of the guard cell that the opening of the stomata usually depends upon. Here I end my today's video lecture. In my upcoming video lecture, I will discuss about opening and closing of stomata and the different sugar concentration theory as well as potassium ion concentration theory and about the mechanism of photosynthesis.